Hey YouTube, this is on the Purple One. This is Boots on the Ground for Saturday. But first I want to bring you three companies that have medical supplies. Medical supplies are in short supply, and a lot of people are asking me, hey, where can I get this, where can I get that? I'm going to give you three that are great people. I have no qualms about sending anyone over there for the quality of the person and the quality of the company. First one is Skinny Medic. He doesn't live far from me, so I've seen him many times. He has Medical Gear Outfitters, LLC. He's got a great YouTube channel, all medical related. Then you got Doom and Bloom. That's Dr. Bones and Nurse Amy. I've met them. Very nice people. And then to round it out, we got Bear Independence from Refuge Medical. So I'll put some links for you. A lot of things are sold out. So, but if you're looking for something from tourniquet to something to stop bleeding, check out these three companies. They're one of us for sure. Let's get right into it. Boots on the ground. This person has some rentals, and they've used these rentals for their retirement plan. So it's very important they keep money coming in. 14 months ago, he did a remodel on one of his rentals, and he's doing one now. So he's comparing prices, what he spent 14 months ago. Colored metal, that was the metal for the roofing. It was $1.85 a linear foot. Now it is $3.65, so pretty much double. A 5-gallon bucket of paint was $139 then. It is $238 now, over almost $100 more. And then you just have basic windows. Some basic windows were $69. Now they're $110. So a huge increase. He also said his property taxes are going up on all his rentals, so he has to go up on his rent. So when we hear, rent's going up, it's going up for a reason. Now some people might be, just charging a lot of money, but you know what? The market's going to determine that. I feel bad for people that have to move out. That's definitely, I feel bad. But the market will determine how much people get for their property. This is a new law passed recently in California allowing children as young as 12 years old to receive taxpayer-funded transgender treatment and services without parent consent. I have not verified that. I'm hearing this has happened, and I'm not surprised if it does happen in California. But if anybody can add to it an actual law number, and did it get signed by the governor, or was it just passed by the House? I don't know. But this is California, typical California. So if you can give me more information, it'd be great so we can share it. 12 years old to receive taxpayer-funded transgender treatment and services without parents' consent. This person, I work at a hotel in Sevier County. I think that's Tennessee, but they didn't tell me. Difficult getting food for our breakfast. Also, parts and supplies are hard to get for the hotel, and they put an order in, and typically they only get about half of what they've ordered. That's typical. Everyone's saying that. We put an order in, we get a half or maybe 3/4. This person says their chicken feed went from $14 to $20. This person, I work at Walgreens. Over the past few days, our COVID rapid testing has gone from 20% positive to over 90% positive. So just so you know, and it seems as if recent people that got this and people that got the extra ones are ones being infected, plus other people that didn't have it during the Christmas time. And this is putting a strain on people working. So it's going around. Let's go to Florida. This is Florida homeowners have had their insurance just recently canceled. 68,000 of them. FedNat 56,000, Monarch 8,400, Madison 3,300. So that adds up to about 6,800 people that have their homeowners insurance canceled, and say this is hard because we're going into hurricane season, so it might be very difficult for people to get insurance for the hurricane season. This is the Norfolk and Virginia Beach area. This is in the marine industry, boats. Can't find the white paint that we use to paint the engine room and the white boat or paint for the names on the boats. Exhaust fan used on tugboats, back ordered 6 weeks, but I need it now. Car break-ins every night. Someone stole an AC unit right out of someone's backyard, so increased crime. Another had gas stolen from their vehicle. My car was hit, but I had nothing in it to steal. My husband has been hit 3 times for catalytic converters. Also robbed of 2 compressors, 1 generator, and a motor off of a boat. So they definitely came prepared with a dolly. They lost about $20,000 in equipment. Next door to them was a construction site, and they hit the construction site and took about $10,000 worth of equipment. This is Utah Sam's Club. They are well stocked, but their medicine is hit and miss. The snack bar is missing a lot of drinks, and he could not find Dial bar soap. They also said the local Dollar Tree was starting to look very sparse, but then they got a delivery and their storeroom is packed with boxes. I was in a Dollar General store or a dollar store, and they had their back door open to their back room, and it was slammed. I actually took a picture of it. It was slammed. Thousands and thousands of just little boxes. So they must have gotten a delivery. People are saying this is probably from what was sitting at port for all those times, and now they're finally getting that stuff to us. This is Virginia. March 2021. They ordered a Bosch dishwasher from the local business. They paid up front full price for it, and they told it would be in July of 2021. Then came August, then came September, then November, then January, and then in April they finally got another email that said they have no idea when the dishwasher will be in. So we don't know if it'll come in, but it's been on back order a long time. They did say the same dishwasher has increased in price by a couple $100 from the time they ordered it, and they ordered it in March 2021. Atlanta, Georgia. This is a sanitation company. They have a labor shortage, and they sent messages out. We're trying to pick your stuff up. We will do it within the next 48 hours, so they're behind. Lack of workers. This is Southern Illinois. As far as semi-trucks on the road goes, he was on I-64, I-70, I-40. No scarcity of semi-trucks, so it's weird. Some places are seeing a lot of them, and some, they said they've dropped off drastically. This person works at a pharmacy. They're a pharmacist tech. They had to actually close their pharmacy a few days, and they had to shut down early because there's no pharmacist. Right now they're using floating pharmacists to come in and cover down. But this is not as good because the floating pharmacist doesn't know the workings, the inner workings of that pharmacy. So it does cause a little bit more stress. The floating pharmacist does not know the customers. I'm a diabetic, and I go in for routine foot care every 10 weeks. My recent visit was on June the 5th. And they had scheduled me again now in November for my next visit, so it's been pushed way back. I usually eat a can of Vienna sausage every day for lunch. They sometimes are coming up short. One now. It's the one in the center. So if you open Vienna sausage, see if you got that one in the center. Walmart. The guy picked up some dog food, $46 price on the shelf. Got up to the register, rang up 53. So a big $7 increase. The Walmart did let him get it for the $46, but they sent someone immediately back to change the price sticker on the dog food. This is observation that they did, covered about a 100-mile drive on Friday, July 15th, from Oklahoma City to a few miles south of the Kansas border on I-35. They saw more empty flatbeds and tractors without trailers. Many trucks are on the side of the road. They did see around 75 pump jacks, and he said he lost count, but about 75 that were viewable from the road, but only one was operating, so pumping oil. He said these things are usually running 24/7. He also said he saw 2 or 3 travel trailers all heading south, did not pass one going on the northbound. He said crops in the field look bleak. Without rain soon could be a total loss. They are suffering a major drought in that area. This person went to Tennessee. They needed to get a chest freezer. Usually you can walk in there in the old days and just pick one out and have it delivered in a few days. No freezers available to purchase. They have to order one, and it will be weeks before they can get it. This is LDS Cannery. The Mormon Cannery, this person says they're limiting quantities to non-church members. They do not know if it is going to apply to church members. So I've heard numerous times limiting. This person lives in Virginia. The railroad tracks are at the end of their street. Train traffic with containers are not being shipped anymore, but they are seeing tons and tons of coal being shipped, and they're wondering where they're heading. I have no idea where they're heading. Are they heading to one of our electrical plants? Are they heading to China? I would love to know, this person would love to know if we're being just sold out in this country. Also, let's go to East Idaho. Increase in abandoned pets. They say there's an increase in rent also. So is this tied in together where people have to leave and get to another place, and that other place is charging a lot more for having pets with the deposits, and they're getting rid of them? They also brought up some college students leaving. Was it a result of that, dumping pets? This was a picture sent to me. It was from Southern Arizona, the local Walmart. They actually put out bags of ice melt salt. And this is in Arizona, and the temperature outside, they said, was 108. They've never seen that in 10 years. Why Southern Arizona right now would put out ice melt, unless they got a huge shipment and it went to them. But that probably needs to go up north a little bit. This is Wellington, New Zealand. They went to a houseware store to find a few things, couldn't find them, so they had to order them off of Amazon, New Zealand. And they said that the prices no longer are, each individual item has a sticker on it. They're just putting a sticker to cover all those items. That way, if they need to change the prices quickly, they can remove one price, put the other price in. Also, my daughter's school went back to online learning for the last 2 weeks. Now, this is in New Zealand. They went back to school or back home for 2 weeks and did online because 40% of the teachers were out sick. You probably can guess what they were out sick for. And they say that they have the highest per capita infection right now in New Zealand for that little thing. Last week, my work team of 14 had only 4 people at work because the rest were out sick for you know what. This is Washington State. This is Key's Fiber Manufacturing Plant. They produce cardboard packaging for the fruit industry and other industries, and they just suffered a fire. So very interesting. This is they make boxes and they make dividers that go between apples and wine bottles and all kinds of stuff. But they suffered a fire. I don't know the extent of the fire. It looked from the pictures, it was not a total loss. I think they had 7 sections of the factory there, and I think they were trying to keep it contained to 2 of the 7 areas. This is West Central Wisconsin, a small town of about 4,000 people. They had a local Burger King, and they were off and on spotty with their being open because I think they're short workers. It just recently was bulldozed, and there was a talk of building a brand new Burger King. But now the talk is they're not going to do it. Also, they have a mainstay of the community, a 50-year-old gas station. It was going to be purchased, and then the buyer backed out to the last second. He said prices and products to fix the parking lot too expensive and not available. So this place is going to close. Which is sad. It's been a mainstay of this small 4,000 people town. Also, this person says they work at the local grocery store, and they say more folks are now open carrying than any time before. Medicine shortages. I'm getting tons of those. There's so many medicine shortages. People can't get their pills, or they only get a few, and then they have to go back and get the rest. Let's go to Northeast Oklahoma. This is a totally disabled Iraq War veteran. I salute you for your service. Thank you. He went to my local VA to get my blood drawn. Usually I have 6 tubes drawn because I have melanoma and a brain tumor. They only drew through 3, and the person said they were short, but they will run all the tests for this person, but the testing will take longer with only 3 vials of blood. He said, trouble getting my medicine. When he does get it, he only gets a partial order, and then he has to get more sent to him, or he has to go pick it up. This is another one from Oklahoma. Fuel dropped 30 cents. Fuel is dropping nationwide. Hopefully it's dropping a lot in your area, and this is because the threat of a recession has made oil prices go down. These people drive their neighbors to the local food bank, and they said the last 4 months that they've been going with them, there is no meat. Just peanut butter, beans, canned vegetables, and this comes from the government program, and then the rest of the food is donated by local people or businesses, but they said it was very sparse for a family of 3. This is Southern Indiana. This is a HVAC, heat and air, and this is a rooftop unit, and they got a 6-month wait, and now they were just informed there's another month wait. I hope they get it. Sam's. They were at Sam's today buying some pecans, and they looked at the expiration date on the bag, and it was the 6th month of the 2022, so it's already technically expired. This is from Canada. My wife has a rare eye disease that is causing her to go blind. There's no cure, but she was using a prescribed eye drop medication to reduce the swelling for pain. At times she says it's like needles in her eyes without it. It is in the second month now of not being available from the manufacturer and no date when it will be available. So pray for this lady, pray for her eye problem, pray that they can get the medication to treat her or at least alleviate some of her pain. This person said, I asked a very good friend of mine who works at a local hospital here in the eastern Washington area, the Washington state, if she noticed any shortages on essential items. Her response, yes, we're short on quite a lot of stuff, including staff. She said healthcare is on the brink of collapse. We are in a crisis, all part of a sick plan. These were her words. They said nurses are leaving left and right. They have people just waiting in the waiting room. They have no beds because they don't have the nurses to man the bed. So you can't put someone in a bed without being properly supervised. So that is the problem, the nurses. Let's go over to northwest Arkansas. They said truck traffic is way down on Highway 59 and Highway 12. Used to be a lot more, but it's just not. Also, they said there used to be a lot more trains coming through per hour, and now it's that they're getting just a few trains per day in their town. This is northeast Kentucky. They said some banks and big box stores are having issues with credit or debit card processing. Wife works at the Lowe's and having trouble taking Lowe's credit card payments. This is happening more and more, and I've noticed that a lot of people are sending me in where the system goes down temporarily, maybe for a few hours, and people have to use cash. So the moral of the story is carry cash with you at all times. This was interesting. This lady was very organized. She actually sent me the picture of her thing, and it said egg prices over time have really exploded. Let me give you an example. In April 2019, like 3 years ago, she would buy these 60-count eggs in a box, 60 count, so it'd be 5 dozen eggs. It was $3.06. Looking back at that, that's so cheap compared to now. You can't even really get a dozen eggs barely for $3. July of 2020, they were $4.23. June of 2021, they were $5.63. And July 2022, $14.05. Huge increase from the 3 years ago at $3.06 to now over $14. This person works in the oil fields in Canada, and they have shortages. One of them is the casing. So without casing, you can't get oil out of the ground. Also, rigid 36-inch pipe wrench parts to fix their pipe wrenches, which they use, long pipe wrenches, those are in short supply and back ordered for months. Grease is in short supply. Any special part in general to rebuild equipment seems to be in short supply or cannot be found. Let's go lastly. Rural Kentucky. A person said a cow was found butchered on the side of the road. The hindquarters and loins were taken. The rest were left to rot. He says, cattle farmers and ranchers beware. And we will see more of this, more of people just being desperate, more people stealing. So be careful out there. Thanks for watching.